An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went
Howdy, I'm
along
Cowboy
his way.
Ken. Welcome to the Drop Zone. I've got a very good friend of mine here, Steve Henline. You might remember Steve. He used to run Hand in Hand Outdoors, took veterans fishing. An awesome guy. I've been out with him fishing a couple of times. That's a story for another day. But Steve, welcome to the Drop Zone.
Well,
Good to
thank you.
see you. Good to see you. Now, Steve is doing something new. What you got going on?
One of the most powerful things that happened with Hand in Hand aboard the boats was that I got the chance to listen to the stories of the veterans that were aboard. Oftentimes, they had never talked to anyone in 50 years until they got aboard that boat and were there with their brothers who they felt safe with, who shared common experiences and knew the horrors of war and began to speak about it. And that's a life changer.
Wow.
So after my health caused me to leave Hand in Hand Outdoors, I kept thinking about those tales. And I sent a guy to Washington, D.C., the Library of Congress, to look into a project I knew they had where they were preserving oral histories from combat veterans. And I got involved with that. I started a new nonprofit called Warriors Tales. And our mission is...
Say again, Warriors
Tales. Yep.
Okay.
And our mission is to preserve these stories.
Now, how are you preserving them?
Well, we record them on video. We send that raw footage back to the Library of Congress. The interviews are done by their standards, the questions they want. Then we take that footage and re-edit it, and we create mini documentaries.
The true stories, though.
True
this
stories.
is their actual stories.
They're actual stories.
And how many have you done?
Okay,
Quite a few?
Yeah, a dozen.
Okay.
A dozen at least. And of course, it's labor extensive, all this editing, a lot of people involved, but it looks like it's going to be very successful. And we hope by the first of the year, we'll have 16 of them complete, half-hour shows for distribution to 115 public television stations across America.
Wow.
So the children and others who care will understand the words I've heard you say many times. Freedom is not free. The cost of freedom was borne on the shoulders and with the limbs and the blood of the patriots that we call veterans. And I believe that we have a moral responsibility to honor these men and women for what they've done, for the gift they've given you and I, the gift of freedom. So that's what Warriors Tales does. It's a way we can help, we hope.
Wow. That is outstanding. So if somebody wants to contact you and say, I have my own personal story, or they know like their father's a veteran or something that has a story, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, they can go to the webpage, which is www.warriorstales.org, and the contact...
We're going to have it on the screen there.
The contact,
Right here.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
The contact information's all there, or you can just email me at captainhenline@outlook.com. God, I couldn't remember.
We'll have it on the screen. You got Steve's getting a little bit on in years. We'll get it up for you. This is Cowboy Ken along with Steve Henline from the Drop Zone. You heard it here. Hoorah. That's all.